Hello, everybody. We are live on the Coinsider channel as well, and we have a party here, as you can see. We have Full Value Dan, another very well known and very respected creator in the space. We have Josh, my co host, and today we have a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about. Wait, one sec. I need to turn off my. Okay.
Can
Um,
everyone hear us all right?
yes, let us
Testing one,
know
two, three.
if you can hear us all right. I think it should be gravy, but in case something is wrong, then let us know. But yes, we want to talk about Bitcoin breaching 100K for the second time. We're going to
Whew.
talk about predictions. We're going to talk about what we think will happen. And we'll talk a little bit about Retail DAO and our upcoming airdrop as well for everyone who likes airdrops and who considers yourself a serious retail investor. Okay, we got a comment that says all good. Can you see the comment, by the way, that pops up?
I can see it. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, all
Iman
good.
Danish. All good. Yeah.
Okay, so let me share my screen. This is gonna make us tiny, but it's okay because I will. Okay, so as you can see, Bitcoin rocketed past 100K again after a huge liquidation cascade, which might have scared a lot of people, went all the way down to like 93 or something like that. But now it's back within a day to over 100K where it belongs. ETH is past 4,000. Finally, this freaking laggard of an ETH is moving its slow, its slow ass or whatever you want to say.
Playing
Sorry,
catch up.
maybe I shouldn't say that in the stream. But I want to ask you guys. Oh well, we have a lot of comments coming
I
in.
was muted on mine. Okay. Figured it out.
So predictions. I want to ask you two predictions now that we're past 100K. Um, what do y'all think about the short term? Do you think we're gonna range? Do you think we're gonna go higher and then range? Let's start
Christmas
with
FOMO.
Christmas
Jumping
FOMO,
in. Yeah, Christmas
Santa
FOMO.
rally.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
Yeah, I'm with Dan on that one. Christmas FOMO, Santa rally. Everyone's euphoric right now. Retail is definitely looking at crypto right now. I think we see a lot of new capital start to flow in. Just kind of how it works. Retail comes when things are exciting. Bitcoin is finally starting to make headlines again. Crypto is making headlines again, and that's when you see retail start to come in.
Yeah, and speaking of headlines, Hawktua, the Hawk coin,
Oh
uh,
wow.
amazing pump and dump. You got to give it to her. Like she went out in a blaze of glory in just a few hours.
But here's the thing. I followed that a little
Brazen.
bit. I didn't follow everything, but I don't want to be an apologist, but I think she might have been taken advantage of. I saw a
Yeah,
meme.
I
Wait, let
believe
me show
that.
you. I saw this meme. Oh man, am I even on X on here? The meme was like two guys, like two meme coin pump and dumpers were like, I think we can make 30 million on this Haktua meme coin, on a Haktua meme coin. Let's talk to her agent. And then they talked to her agents like, we'll give y'all $10 million to pump a Haktua meme coin. And then the agent goes to her and was like, hey Haley, you just have to make a few videos about this meme coin and we'll give you a new iPhone. And she's like, yay. So
Yeah.
I just thought that was hilarious. I don't know if it's true or if she's kind of more guilty,
I
but
mean, that's the playbook for all celebrities. That obviously, they're not everyone's as involved in crypto. That's only the people that really need that to make money. Celebrities, not so much. Uh, so we've seen that with other celebrity coins, and I don't think there has been a successful celebrity coin in the space.
Nah, I don't think so at all.
what about
And
Iggy's?
as you mentioned, kind of like she's not crypto native, right? She's not crypto
Right.
native. So it is very possible that she was taken advantage of. There's rumors that Sahil, the one who was behind a lot of the
Again, yeah,
celebrity
again.
Again,
crypto pump and dumps, was behind it. There was some like leaked DMs between Sahil, her, and a few other people, but I'm not sure if that was fake. It looked a little bit like fishy. But yeah, I think that definitely there was obviously like crypto native people that was behind that was
Mhm.
helping her, saying we can make a bag doing this. I don't think she was like orchestrating like a pump and dump, but it's unfortunate how it goes. But most of these celebrity tokens, you got to be careful. And yeah, it was a mess. I never touch celebrity tokens.
They're always bad. Yeah, like
I never
people have
touch.
not learned their lessons.
Yeah.
Like, who's buying this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anyone who bought this. But
Yeah.
anyways, if I can ask you all some questions about Bitcoin, because that's way more exciting than any Hawk Tuah or other celebrity rug.
Long term.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, when do y'all think the first significant pullback? Because we all know during even the wildest bull runs, the wildest bull markets, there's always pullbacks that make you sweat. When do you think the first significant pullback is coming? Let's start with Dan.
20th, leading up to Christmas.
Oh, you have a very specific date. Okay, so this
I like
month.
to
this
make
month is what
dramatic
you're saying.
calls. You know, that's how you get big on YouTube, guys.
Can I ask you why? Or is it just a gut feeling?
You know, we always see this around the holidays, like the week leading up to Thanksgiving. We saw that dump, and then as we started approaching Thanksgiving, it started pumping up again. I don't know why this just kind of happens all the time. I don't know if it's people cashing out for the holidays to buy some gifts. Maybe they're just expecting it, so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I think that's going to happen. But it doesn't mean I'm going to sell or short anything. I'm just going to hold.
What about you, Josh? When do you think the first significant pullback will happen?
Well, honestly speaking, there was a chart that I was looking at. I brought it up on our last stream. Historically, it's always been the same amount, like same time frame, where we see our first significant pullback following the election pump, which honestly I think we're just starting to really get into that like post-election rally, which I called before, like around 1560K. Like once the elections are done, we're gonna have that rally, and I think it's something like between 58 and like 85 days. I'm just trying to pull up the exact post, but around that time frame, we usually see a significant pullback after that big election rally. Like history doesn't always repeat itself, but it definitely rhymes. And so far, we're actually seeing a lot of the same sort of market behavior following the election. And so I think we're due for a pullback pretty soon here. I thought actually just right over 100K we would see it. We went down to 90K and we're right back over 100K right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we have a little bit more to go before we see that. I think we maybe kiss 110, 115, and then we have a good dip. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, David Middleton wrote, we just had a $10,000 pullback, dude. 104K to 94K. People act like 10K isn't a pullback. That's the thing, though. Like Josh was
10%,
saying.
yeah, 10% is a pullback.
It is, but I think like Josh was saying, like what we really mean by pullback is a little bit more sustained period, and not just like a flash crash and instantly V-shape back, you know?
Yeah.
So personally, what I think would make sense is inauguration time. So that's like January, right? Like early to mid January. That's when I think we could see a pullback. Not only because of buy the rumor, sell the news, which is kind of a meme, but it's often true, which is why it sustains. But also because of some other indicators. I don't have it exactly with me, but they're tracking like the liquidity in the broader markets, like central bank liquidity, et cetera, and they are forecasting a pullback just briefly based on that in potentially late December, which would match with what Dan said, or early January. So yes, what would you consider significant pullback? Is what New Frontiers ask. Personally, like 20% or so.
20, 30%. That's when you feel the pain.
Yeah, exactly.
When you
That's when
feel
you
the
start
pain,
getting
and
worried.
it needs to sustain for at least like a couple days. You know, crypto. Everyone freaks out really quick. You know, a day in crypto is like a week in TradFi. So it needs to sustain for at least, a day or two. That's enough for people to freak out. Enough for a lot of liquidations to kick in and such.
Perfect. Okay. I have another very juicy question for all of y'all. We talked about pullbacks. There's been a lot of chatter on Crypto X about top signals. Different analysts, not only top signals like, oh, this celebrity just made a meme coin. That's a top signal per se. But also like indicators, indicators, chart TA, on-chain analysis indicators. So I want to ask you two, what top signals are you personally kind of looking for? Or some people are arguing yet again that this time is different because of corporations, nation states, etc., that this time is different. Is that the camp that you're in? Let's start
For
with
me,
Dan. Yeah.
for me, a little bit of both. It is a very different situation as we have a pro crypto administration coming in the US. A lot of different things have been happening that I would normally say is a top signal, but you kind of want to ride out this momentum and just have your high conviction holds. I wouldn't try to trade this if you're not an experienced trader, because you'll end up losing more money and FOMOing back in. If the market dips, you sell, and then it pumps back up, and then you feel like shit. So that's happened to me.
Me too.
Just
Me too.
have conviction about it. Top signal is, I don't know if you remember in 2018 when CNBC said how to buy Ripple, and then like a week later, how to sell Ripple as it jumped. Yeah.
Oh man, that was crazy.
Yeah, there's like a funny meme about that. And as we saw Ripple pump like crazy, I had some of my friends who don't invest at all ask me about XRP, and I was like, what? Oh man, this must be really bad. Yeah, it
Like
could be a top
recently?
signal. Yeah,
Top
Recently?
signgle.
Yeah.
but he
But
asked me at
serious.
$1.40, then it went to 270, and I was like, well, I don't know shit. Apparently, I don't know anything.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
I would say so the bulls have obviously been proven right over time, but I would say it often takes longer than they expect. Like if you remember, people were talking about institutional adoption since like 2017, and they had good logical arguments for it. But it took like 5 years for that to actually take shape, with like 2 bear markets in between, essentially. So
Yeah.
it often takes longer. Like people are like, this is the nation state cycle. I do think nation state adoption will come, but do I think it's coming? Like, do I think that there won't be a bear market in between? No, I don't think that's the case. Or I should say that more clearly, that I do think we will get a bear market in between before the nation states fully come. Or even if some start buying, like El Salvador buying and even Sailor buying didn't save us from a bear market, even though they were buying like hundreds of millions or billions of dollars worth. So that's just my take. But Josh, what do you think? Do you
100%.
have top signals, or is this time different?
Yes, I feel like honestly, my local top signals are already dinging. They're already dinging, Kev. My local top signals, as far as just random people I know, IRL. Oh, Josh, how do I buy crypto? How do I get into crypto? People who weren't even thinking about crypto. People who used to roast me for being in crypto and make fun of me for being in crypto, saying I'm crazy. Now coming to me asking how to get into crypto, asking me for tips, asking me how to subscribe to Coinsider, everything like that. So that's things like that, seeing Coinbase rise on the trending apps on the App Store, seeing celebrity meme coins, seeing the headlines. Honestly, everyone's euphoric. And we broke that psychological barrier of 6-figure Bitcoin, something that people said was a pipe dream and that would never happen, so on and so forth. You got CZ tweeting again, like crypto is active again. And honestly speaking, when things are like nice, the music is going, that's when honestly, that's when before you know it, like a thief in the night, we have big pullbacks. So honestly, I'm seeing local top signals actually dinging right now. Do I think we're at the top of this bull run? No, but these are definitely indicators, things I like to start pulling profits on. One thing I will say though, alts haven't really reacted.
They haven't. Yeah.
They haven't really reacted to this euphoric pump that Bitcoin has seen. And honestly speaking, dating from a year back, I've been saying either Q4 2025 or 6-figure Bitcoin is when I'm going to be getting out of the market, at least in the alt market. But honestly, alts haven't really reacted.
They haven't.
Yet.
Yeah, that's
They
crazy.
haven't really reacted yet. This cycle has been performing a little bit differently. There's a little bit different nuances. However, judging from history, these would be my local top signals dinging right now, I must say. So definitely keep your finger on the pulse. Definitely I'm watching close because things are looking a little bit toppy locally. And that psychological barrier of 100K, We didn't smash through it. Like we didn't go to like 110, 115. Right, we're sitting at 100K right now. So we're gonna see what happens. However, I'm not overly euphoric, and I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. Never
I'm
drink
not
the Kool-Aid.
overly euphoric either. I like in when was it? Like after the ETF, we got a mini alt season, like a serious one. Was it
Mhm.
January or February or March? I forget of this year.
It
Like
was up until March, and then we had that
yeah,
big
yeah,
dip.
we had
Yeah.
a huge. I wouldn't even say mini. We had a serious alt season back then.
Hmm.
Some of my alts went like 10x or
My
more.
portfolio was
Mhm.
way higher then than it is right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, and I
Exactly.
was like taking
Yeah.
I was taking screenshots back
Mhm.
then. Let's be
Yeah.
real, and I was thinking like, let's buy like condos, let's buy yachts, not yachts, okay, obviously not yachts for me personally,
Okay.
but like yeah, just other stuff. I was being euphoric. Right
Mhm.
Yeah.
now, like you said, things have acted differently. Like, sure,
Mhm.
some alts have done well, Sui has done well, some AI agents, but it's not like the up only like Axie or back in the day in 2021 or something Doge rocketed like 50x or some shit in the span of like 2 months or I don't remember the exact numbers. So the point is it was non-stop up only, like strength like we've never seen before. So we haven't really had that yet, even though Bitcoin's at new all-time highs and certain places, certain alts, certain sectors have done well, no doubt about it. But it's like more selective, So it's
Mhm.
definitely like Josh said, it's not a all-out alt season yet when it's time to really worry.
It's not. And honestly, I'm a little bit worried about this alt season. Everyone's talking alt season, like it's going to be amazing. Of course, alts can move way further and faster than Bitcoin and Ethereum, being smaller assets. However, I am a little bit more worried about this alt season. And let me tell you why. Because today, even more than yesterday, we have more alts than we've ever seen. Last cycle, there was way fewer sectors and ecosystems, making the liquidity a lot more focused. Now the liquidity is actually spread very thin. We have all these different ecosystems. We have all these different, there's Pump Down Fund dropped over 2 million meme coins, as you can see in Kevin's last video. Pump Fund's already dropped over 2 million meme coins. That's just one sector. So now capital spread a lot further. However, I do think like the main sectors and narratives will see their time, but it's definitely not like last alt season, which was a lot easier. You can choose AVAX, Polygon, the main sector,
Yeah,
Sol,
yeah,
and it's just easy. It's easy buckets. It's easy gains.
Mhm,
It's
mhm, mhm.
it's free,
exactly.
but it's not the same way this time. Some of those quote unquote major pillars of alts may not even see a pump during this alt season because there's so many different places to allocate your capital.
Mhm.
So definitely you got
I
to be a lot more strategic this time.
I think I that's a great point, Josh. Like we can't expect for things to happen always the same as in the past, right? And that's really for everything, not only in crypto cycles, but if we expect things to happen exactly the same way, then that's a chance to get wrecked, essentially. So be
Exactly.
nimble, have your eyes open for different perspectives, etc.
Finger on the pulse. So you got to watch closely.
Mhm, mhm.
And crypto moves so quick and things change so fast, right?
Yeah, it's all attention. Like it doesn't really matter what anything is actually doing. It's all attention.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What
Attention economy
else
right now.
Mhm.
was I?
And that's why we've been seeing memes go on their own. Honestly, meme season has been going like for so long.
All at least all year. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least all year. It's been moving. It's been hotter than Bitcoin, pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
I will say though, I want to give a word of caution for people who look at the news and be like, "This is such bullish news," like, and expect that that's going to make the prices follow indefinitely. Because in past bear markets, when the market turned, it didn't matter how good of news we got. We could have gotten so many good news in a week, and yet the price kept on dropping. So that is one thing I do expect to happen because that's not only in crypto, right? That's basically like a law of the markets that especially when things turn, it doesn't matter how much good news. Like if there's just a lot of like coins to be sold or something, um, it's hard to fight the fundamental market forces, essentially, is my point. And you could hear all the good news in the world. If that doesn't translate into more demand than selling, then it doesn't matter,
Right.
essentially.
Short-term attention, long-term demand.
Yeah, like, and even Sailor was buying, like, during the mini bear markets and whatnot, he was buying billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, and yet that didn't pump the price to 100K, right? So it took a long time. It took the sellers to get exhausted. It took new buyers coming in. It took Sailor buying a lot more than just once of $1 billion. And yeah,
It's crazy, crazy. Speaking of Sailor and speaking of
of
$1 billion
Sailor,
in Bitcoin, you guys saw that Mt. Gox moved, I think, 2 billion, 2.3 billion, or something like that, to a new wallet, maybe intending to sell when Bitcoin hit 100K.
yeah, but that's nothing anymore. The
That's
Sailors don't
nothing.
buy all that
And
shit.
I was gonna say this, and I was gonna say that. I was gonna say this exactly too. So you see these big headlines. I remember when Mt. Gox the first time moved all this crypto.
Oh
and
yeah,
everything with
market's
the
dumped.
headlines.
Yeah.
But these fundamentally, like, it doesn't always go with the headlines. Like, just like Kevin was saying, right? And so,
Do y'all see this, by the way?
Yeah.
So this is MicroStrategy stock. One of the best performing stocks in the past year in the entire world. I think it's like top 3 best performing stocks in the entire world, which is ridiculous. But I do want to ask y'all a question, because some analysts who know more than I do, especially in the TradFi space, or not in the TradFi space, but in the crypto space, but they say, I forget, it was like last cycle or something, MicroStrategy topped first, and then a few months later, like 2 to 3 months later, Bitcoin topped. So what are your general thoughts on that? Do you think MicroStrategy is a decent indicator for that? / do you think it has topped because it's gotten too euphoric? It's trading way above the net asset value that they hold.
Right. It's hard to tell because, like, indicators are just things we want to believe in, but they're never guaranteed,
Yeah.
Like, so I'd like to believe this market has at least 6 months of pump in it before we see some uncertainty. But yeah, I'm bullish for at least 6 months.
Will you be worried though? Will you be scared if something like
Like a FTX?
like no, just purely charts wise?
6 months, huh? I'm
Will
bullish
you
for the
be
next 12
scared
months.
though if something like this happens? Like we top in January, let's say, significant pullback, and then midsummer or Q3 repump. How will y'all handle this? Will you be scared? I feel like I'm gonna be scared as hell.
What year are
this.
you looking at? That's 2021?
Yeah. Basically, like
Ooh.
a first major correction, and
Big
then
dip.
a pump. I know it's
So
way
it-
different, but in
It
this,
dropped 50%.
Yeah.
yeah. Some people, like, come on, let's think about it. Over here, you'd think that this cycle's over, and then it pumps to barely a new high, and then goes back down.
Just
Like,
even
this is
lower,
what makes
yeah.
the market so hard to trade.
What month was that? What month was that again?
This was April
April.
to July, back to November.
Back to November. That was another election year too, wasn't it? Am I tripping?
No, that was 2021, so would have to be
Wait,
it's a year
2020.
after the election, yeah.
Year after.
Yeah,
Okay.
year after the election.
Honestly, I think the election year is actually a big thing. Honestly, like they say, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it rhymes. That post-election pump, I think, is actually quite a strong indicator. I do think we have at least 12 months of bullishness. Of course, it's not going to be a straight line up. It never is just like up only straight line without any corrections. But I do believe that we have at least a cool 12 months. My thesis has been the same for the last 2 years at least, saying either six-figure Bitcoin, like mid to high 150 to 200K, or Q4 of 2025 is when we see the top and it's when I'm going to be getting out of the market. So that thesis still stands strong.
Yeah.
And I believe we have a cool 12 months of great opportunities, and I plan to take advantage of it.
Yeah, this is the best time to make money in crypto. It's very hard to make money in a bear market and in a sideways market. In a bull market, you could shotgun most into anything, and then you should be all right.
Yeah. But look, like if something like this happened again, just purely based on the price action, let's say we do sell here and we're feeling good, prices drop, and we're like, damn, we're a genius. We sold near the top. And then it starts coming back up and up. I feel like a lot of us would be like, oh shit, like that was just a fake out. We made a mistake. We got to buy back in. And then, can you see, like, this would destroy us.
Oh, I remember that. That was the FTX collapse. October.
Yeah. This was
21.
This is the FTX collapse.
That was really the time to short. That should have been obvious. But I was too bullish.
Would be crazy price action. I mean, ultimately, us holders, at least for some assets, ended up the right way. But short to midterm, this was really hard to navigate for traders or things like that.
Yeah, euphoria is one hell of a drug.
Yeah. Can we talk about the comments?
Yes. What would you like to?
You want to throw some up, pin some, and so we could.
Yeah, which ones? You guys...
Ray. Here's the GPT told me to bet on Bitcoin, digital gold, Algorand, smart contract innovator, XRP, the bridge currency, Stellar, financial inclusion leader. So I was kind of reading some of the chat, which I found interesting because they asked ChatGPT what to invest in, and it gave them these coins. But the problem is, they used one of the older GPTs that's
old coins.
It's trained on what happened in 2022, 21, 23, nothing new. So that's why you see a lot of these old cryptocurrencies that, are still around, but they're not getting the attention. That's not where people are trading. There's just, it's kind of a dying blockchain because all the attention are on the faster, newer things. And that's where you can find like all the action.
By the way, I have used GPT and Grok to ask about crypto research, but I haven't. I checked out your AI agent, but I didn't use it for this particular purpose yet. I asked them for coins with the best tokenomics, like best design of token sinks, token faucets, and like blah blah blah, and they gave me some okay stuff, but I feel like it wasn't like creative enough. It was like these coins. I'm like, okay, well, this hasn't translated into good price action because there's not actual demand in that equation and stuff.
No demand, no attention.
So yeah, I mean, I want them to give me like newer ones too that have really good design and things like that. But the AI is just giving me some more. I mean, it's not as generic as this one I've pinned up on the screen. It's better than the answer was better than this, but it's still like stuff that I'm like, I don't know if that's like the right answer,
So
I think you gotta feed it more. I think you gotta feed it more newer coins so that it can learn and get up to speed. Like
it does. Yeah, there's just too many things, so it doesn't know what to provide for you. I got offered like some to promote this one project, and I was like, this sounds familiar. Like, are there any competitors in the space? So I dropped it into the GPT I made, and then I asked it, all right, what is this? Make sure these have the actual investors from original sources, and who are the competitors? So then it broke down the competitors, and I realized, some people have established in the space already. They've raised significantly more, but they haven't got the traction, even though they built out the infrastructure. So I was like, I'm out. I'm not going to jump into this thing just because even with the money, with a good product, it doesn't really mean there's going to be demand.
Right. That's smart.
When in doubt, go out.
Very smart. I mean, AI has improved so much, so I don't see why it can't be an amazing researcher in like 6 months, to be honest.
Have you guys tried Gemini?
I have. I think it's okay. It's great for like breaking things down and doing research. There are some limitations to it, I think, but it's still pretty good. I mess around with all the AIs.
I haven't tried it, so just wondering.
I'm all on. I'm all about the GPTs now, just because you can train
Yeah,
it to search exactly for what you want, and you just drop in a token name.
GPT
So
is still my go-to, my standard.
similar to the questions I was asking y'all earlier, and you probably have talked on this in the past streams and spaces, but just right now, I won't hold this to you for the rest of the cycle, but where do you think BTC tops ultimately for this cycle?
175 on the high end, 175 to 200 on the high end. Anywhere, let me actually just make it a little more broad. 150 to 200 top. I'll be moving out.
Not bullish enough. 27 million this year. 27 million. Exactly. Not a dollar more or less.
Personally, I was going to say 125 to 150, so a little bit lower than Josh. But yeah,
Like if you
who
want to pop
knows?
open the chart, you can actually draw. So you can see the peak to trough from last time, and then go ahead and do that for this time to kind of get a little gauge. That's not obviously like telltale,
Yeah,
but I think we go a little higher than that.
sounds good.
Hold on. One more of these comments.
Okay.
We're catching bullets right now. Holy shit! Full Value Dan and Kevin Coinsider are not the same person. Damn! I thought Kevin had 2 channels. Wow! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Kick this guy out.
Dan does great things. He does more
That's
like
hilarious.
airdrops and newer ecosystems. So
That's
his stuff
actually
is
so
really
funny because
great.
I used to watch both of your channels back in the
Yeah.
day too.
And
That's
you're
actually
like,
really
something's
funny.
comforting about this guy. Something's familiar.
And next they're gonna think all the Asian creators are the
lot.
same,
There
like
is a
Virtual
lot, yeah.
Bacon and
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
we're the
yeah,
same
yeah.
as him or something like
He's
that.
he's from my area.
That's
Oh,
why
he's
we wear
from
different
Canada.
colored
Okay.
shirts. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I want to share a little bit about our retail DAO for everyone watching. Dan and I and Josh and a bunch of other people are part of the retail DAO. It's a DAO for retail investors, as you can imagine. And the goal is to build the best home for retail investors around the world. If you're a retail investor who considers yourself serious, and by serious, I mean you care about research, you care about analysis, you care about theses, and you're not just buying whatever people shill you, then we're building a home for you. Maybe you already have a community that's really great, and if that's the case, I'm happy for you. But if you don't have a community, then requires X premium. I don't know what this guy is talking about. But if you don't have a community, then we would love for you to join us. Currently, so we do have a token. No, it does not have any monetary value. It does not have a liquidity pool. Don't go buying some other retail because everything has like 50 ticker symbols these days, right? Don't go buying some other random retail token that's not related to this, okay? Ours is on base and there's no liquidity pool currently. We are doing our season 1 airdrop to get y'all these tokens for free so that you can join our community and our Discord. It's our Discord is token gated. So after you get your tokens from the airdrop, you can join past the token gating process. Takes only a second. And then you can join a lot of other retail investors like Dan, like Josh, and myself, who always is analyzing, sharing great opportunities. Like Dan shared some amazing opportunities like Waifu and some other AI agent ones. Josh shares amazing airdrops. And even I shared a couple, even though I'm not absolutely in the trenches as well as they are, as much as they are. But yeah, airdrop coming soon in 1 month. So if you want to do this, then in the description of this video, you can find this article, and then it has this whitelist tasks over here that it's really easy. Verify your email, Discord, follow us on X, repost, write a little bit of stuff so you're not a bot, and then share your base wallet address. And we almost have 100 questers right now, guys.
Ooh.
I know we're gonna have to grind for this, and we have a few weeks left. I'm gonna make a dedicated video about it, do a lot more spaces and streams with Dan, talk to people at conferences. My personal goal is to hustle and get us over 1,000. But I think if we can get the right people like airdrop KOLs, work with other creators who are bigger, like shake hands with them and get them on board, I think we can get over 1,000. I'm optimistic, but it could snowball because everyone has to repost, right? So it could snowball and get over several thousand, which would
We
be
are going
I would
over
be
1,000.
ecstatic if we can get there.
More on the comments. We're getting spammed by one coin. I'm not going to say what it is, but comment from Cassandra Tahandra, which I think is great.
Okay.
That's all A vowels in the name. Hi, give us bonuses. One suggestion: meme coin with market cap under 100 million that can perform very well. Obviously, very risky, but we've been looking into AI meme coins lately. They're trending. I don't know for how long because there isn't a lot of demand for it. It's all really hype and attention at the moment. And we're looking at some of these AI agents like Waifu, Virtuals. One of the smaller, newer ones we've been looking at is Brot, stands for Brain Rot, and it's this AI agent that live streams. What is that? What's that game called? Minecraft, and it actually talks and responds to comments on Twitter. So pretty interesting.
Brain rot is block rot, right?
Oh, block rot. But I thought B rot stood for brain rot, so I thought they were kind of going with that. And with the play on Black Rock.
Oh, I didn't know that was the
Yeah,
reason.
so it's a few different play on words.
Oh my
Double
god,
entendre,
the bot
triple
attack
entendre.
is crazy. I had to ban so many people.
Yeah,
The bots are going crazy.
the bots got you.
Bullish.
Bullish on our live stream if the bot is worth attacking it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, did I ban
You've been getting
everyone?
invaded.
No, I banned like 10 people so far. Okay, good enough. Good enough for the
You've been getting
bans.
invaded. But yeah, guys, like the retail DAO, like I couldn't think of a better time if you're a retail investor, if you're new to crypto, if you're one of those users who are pumping up the Coinbase ranking, just getting into crypto and just navigating the waters for the first time. No better place than the retail DAO. You have experienced traders. We really breed crypto. This is like all we do.
We do. And
Plus the rest of our community. There's just so many savvy people, smart people just sharing alpha and helping each other. So there's no better way to navigate crypto, especially if you're new. Don't just go it alone. Don't just willy-nilly and just like YOLO into like what's trending. That's how you get wrecked. Join a community of people who are actively doing this, and not just in one sector. We got airdrop hunters, we got meme coin guys, we got creators like Dan and Kevin and everything like that. So definitely you want to join the retail DAO if you're
I believe, Josh, you got the massive Hyperliquid airdrop, right?
I did.
I wish I did.
Kevin did. Yeah, Kevin was talking about it, and Hyperliquid is a great platform, especially if you're based in a country that does not like perpetual trading. And I should have seen that, and I was like, nah, I got access to all this other stuff. I'm not going to use that thing.
But you know what? You know what's
That's
funny?
how I missed it. I was so upset.
You know what's
That's how I
funny?
missed it.
They were saying that the Hyperliquid airdrop cured our P&Ls because I can't pull this up right now. I don't know how to find it.
It was like
But
you got paid to lose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Hyperliquid P&L is negative for like collective all traders. Like we're all losing money essentially.
Says everyone's really
trading
bad
perps.
at trading. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. It's like you saw the flash crash and then went back up and then back down. It's like we got destroyed doing that shit.
Yeah.
But anyways,
liquidated.
yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, the
Liquidated.
airdrop covered my losses shorting like 2 to 3x,
Yeah.
and now more because it went up. But yeah, that's the thing. Like some people lost, and then they got like 10x in airdrop stuff just because they traded like millions in volume. So they saved us. They saved their P&L. But
Pays to
now
be a
I may
DJ.
use it to short yet again.
All right.
To save the markets.
Never learns his lesson.
Never learns. It pays to be a DJ. DJing paid off the first time. He's
Nah,
back.
yeah,
So, hey.
well, they have more airdrops, but that's not the point. The point is, I'm gonna save the markets. When the bear market feels like it may come, I'm gonna start shorting, and then they're either going to have to pay me handsomely to have the bear market happen or pump it back up.
See,
my
this is
conclusion.
again one of the great things about retail DAO. We have different opinions. I remember you talking about shorting as well as stroke content, and these guys finding the local tops and everything. I just want to hold, but if you are an active trader, you do get a lot of insights on what other people are doing, and it's good to have these opinions. It's not good to just be bullish, not good to just be bearish. It's you have to adapt with the markets.
Yeah, and I will say, one thing I'm really pleased about with the retail DAO is that I know we don't have that many people in there right now after the token gate, but it is quite active right now. And I remember people were saying, like, even among us contributors, we were saying that it's not that active, like, let's just say 2 months ago. 2 months ago during our weekly calls, we were like, it's not that active. But right now, like, let me just pull it. I'm not going to share the
We're
screen,
on the
but
come up. We're on the come up.
yeah, now it's like
Market's hot.
quite popping. People chatting, and even in the alpha forums, like Josh is sharing a bunch. His airdrop thread has like almost 500 messages. Our AI agent coins head thread has 120 messages. Oh, you have new messages in the trenches too. That's
The
amazing.
trenches. I'm about to make that.
Um,
About to turn
so
that.
yeah, we
that
have
channel.
it's popping alpha. Like I said, if you guys are retail investors, if you don't have a good home yet, then you need something like this. And no, you don't have to buy any retail tokens. Just get in on our airdrop, link in the description, and then we'll see you soon. Like in a few weeks is our airdrop, and then we will see you soon in the Discord, and you can share alpha. You can discuss, debate, ask Dan questions, ask Josh questions. They're gurus with different sectors, and I'm there posting all the time as well. So it's just a lot of fun. It's a great place to get help with each other, and the beauty is, like, we're retail investors, right? Like, we're gonna be around, and if the opportunities goes elsewhere, I mean, maybe we're not gonna start chatting about like real estate or some shit like that. But like, if it's stocks, then we can go stocks. If it's something else, we can go something else. If NFTs have a resurgence for whatever reason, we can chat about that, right? So we're nimble.
Even if you do have a home, even if you do have a home community, definitely still worth being part of retail DAO. It's just more alpha. It's just more, people who do crypto full time. In your more opportunities coming across your desk. So that's all it is.
And actually, we just did a space, so we're trying to, partner with other communities, with other applications, blockchains, to host, giveaways to provide value to our DAO members. So, we are calling this DAO to Earn. We haven't fully launched this campaign yet, but you should be excited about it.
Yes.
And on top of that, one thing from my personal experience in crypto, I've been early to a lot of bangers in the past. And I can tell you that it pays to be early a lot of the time. So right now we're actually in the foundational phase for the retail DAO. We're still putting things together. So a lot of the time it pays to be early. It's just better to be early. Early bird gets the worm, especially in the crypto space. We're big on being early to other projects. We as a project is early. So there's actually no better time to join.
Admis X writes, retail DAO will list on Binance. That would be a dream, but maybe like BitGet, because we do have a little bit of connections there.
But obviously, we need trading volume too.
Yeah, one thing at a time. One thing at a time, guys. But my ultimate vision, okay, regardless of the coin, of which is of course an important component, my ultimate vision, I think this would be such a valuable product and community if we have a lot of serious, active, engaged retail investors like everyone here watching, but also more great researchers, analysts, and creators like Dan, like Josh, and myself. More of us active in this group. They can join our streams. They can just chat with people, grow together, ask y'all for advice or feedback on their content, things like that. And also great partners. Like Dan said, we just did kind of a mini campaign with Flare ETH, or with Flare and Dinero, that gave some giveaways to our audience. So I imagine more of that in the future too. Flare's great, Dinero's great, but even bigger projects, like maybe people can airdrop things to the Retail DAO community for us to help get them off the ground. Maybe we can because some big projects give airdrops, like Pudgy Penguins community. They get airdrops just for being there. So for example, we could maybe be Retail DAO, be in that position in the future as well.
We will be in that
great community
in the future.
A lot more great aligned creators, analysts, and researchers, and great partners. That's the vision. If we can do that, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be immediate. But if we can accomplish that through blood, sweat, and tears, and also more people joining, more people volunteering, we have new people joining our contributors team all the time. All you have to do is be active and volunteer and show us that you care and that you see the vision. That's it. And then we would see that, invite you to join, and you can help us do whatever you want, really. You could help us do marketing, help us do community design, et cetera, whatever you want, really. We need all the help we can get.
We need memes.
All the help. Oh, we need memes. Yes, that's for sure. Yeah. Dan's vision about the meme stuff is great.
The meme factory, for sure. Rome wasn't built in a day. We're definitely in the foundational phases. But I'm loving the trajectory and the progress that we're making, really coming together strongly. And as I said before, not to beat a dead horse, it pays to be early in crypto. So you have an opportunity to get into a legit project with legit builders from the ground level. So
for sure. All right, guys, I think this was amazing. So happy Bitcoin crossed 100K again. Great stream. I think we're going to test this out again in the next 2 days. Before the conference, but on Restream this time, so a different platform. And any last words? If not, I'll let y'all say some last words if you want, and then we can wrap up.
Check out Retail DAO.
Yeah. Retail DAO
in the description.
You can get it from the basement.
Yep.
Check out that Flare space, because we still need to give away all
we
this
need to
extra
give
money.
away some
tokens,
like 1,000 to give away, or some $1,000 actually to give away. So check that out.
Otherwise, I'll just keep it. Whatever. All right, see you guys.
Peace
I'll
out.
sign up. I'll sign up. I'll sign up.
All right. Bye.